I am the Sakshi Chaitanyam, one may think that there also this duality. Because when I claim that I am the witness consciousness, means what I am is the witness, and there is a world including my BMI, there is something witnessed by me, and what is witnessed is called Sakshyam. The object of the witness is called Sakshyam. Witness is called Sakshi. So then again comes duality. There are two things. Once I accept the Sakshi and Sakshyam, then there is a relationship. I, the Sakshi, the consciousness, I am coming in contact with the Sakshyam, the object. Just like the light is coming in contact with the illumined object. I, the consciousness, become the subject, and the whole inert world become the object. Means still there is duality. Gaudapadacharya says, even the status of being the Sakshi is only a relative word from the standpoint of the world. It is a temporary name or status from my own standpoint. I cannot be called a Sakshi also. I do not have Sakshitvam. Why? We say no relationship between Sakshi Chaitanyam and the world. To talk about relationship, we need two things: enjoying the same degree of reality. Two individuals in the waker's world can have a relationship, but one from waking and another from dream cannot have relationship. Therefore, the rule is samana sattagayoho sambandhaha. So consciousness and matter can have a relationship only when they both have the same order of reality. But the truth, consciousness is paramarthika satyam. Matter is vyavaharika satyam or mithya, and therefore a real relationship is not possible. If at all I talk about a relationship, I talk about an apparent relationship. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says in this sloka, consciousness really contact matter and illumine. It is satyam and matter is mithya. Ajeshu dharmeshu ajam jnanam asankrantam. Ajam jnanam means the birthless consciousness. Ajeshu dharmeshu, which exist in the eternal jivas, which is the real nature of jiva. Asankrantam, it does not come in contact with any object at all. Therefore, I am not a Sakshi also. That is the bottom line. When you say Sakshi, Sakshi of what? You have to say something. And that makes it a duality. And Brahman is what? Non-dual. So it contradicts the statement. So the spiritual seeker starts his journey as pramata. And as a pramata closely associated with BMI complex. He discovers himself as a seeker, not attain the qualification. Jnana ayogya pramata. That is how he starts. And thereafter he follows karma yoga, upasana, etc. and attains sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. I hope you all know what sadhana chatushtaya. Viveka, vairagya, shama dama uparati titiksha shraddha samadhanam. Then mumukshutva. Tattvabodha. Never forget Tattvabodha. In Brahma Sutra level also I will refer to that. So that is the foundation of the whole Vedantic teaching. So he will get sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, which is a qualification belonging to the mind, and therefore it belongs to pramata and become a jnana yogya pramata. Now the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti also, don't think that you will have 100%. 100% will have only in Jivan Mukta Purusha. So that's why we think that, no, this is not possible, you will have some percentage, that is all. Vairagyam, not 100%. Viveka, 100% also not that. Nitya vastu vivekaha. So when we are in the class, Nitya viveka is good. But the moment we get out, then Nitya vastu, Nityam vastu atmaha, and our sarvam, other than everything else is anityam. This thought is not there afterwards. Vairagyam. So when viveka is there, vairagya is automatic. Then shama dama uparati titiksha shraddha samadhanam. Then mumukshutvam. Moksho me iti bhuyat. So the desire to gain total freedom. Freedom from what? From want. The very want is coming from where? Sense of incompleteness. Sense of incompleteness is because of what? I think I am not complete. I am not Purnaha. And what is my real nature? Aham Purnaha. And this is called ignorance. So then he or she exposes to the teaching, and with Sravanam, Mananam, gain the knowledge, and the knowledge also belongs to the mind. Thus, after long Shravanam and Mananam, he becomes Jnani Pramata. Then the teacher says that is not enough. We have to thoroughly assimilate the knowledge. That in day-to-day affairs also we should keep a balanced mind. Dukkeshu anuktikdha manaha, sukeshu vigadasprihaha, vitaraga bhaya krodhaha, stitatihi muni uchyate. Then he says, I am not yet that calm. Even now I am getting agitated, disturbed. Even after knowing Vedanta well, I am disturbed. Suppose he says, then his I refers to the Pramata, not the Sakshi. That's a Gora Kumvar, there was a great saint. He was a pot maker. He was a great saint. So, all the Mahatmas in Maharashtra, all the Maharashtra that are saints, Jnandev, Tukaram, Namdev, everybody sat. And the Gora Kumar came and, put the stick, tongue, head, only hit on the head. And Namdev, what are you doing? Ye pakka, nepka nahi hai, kacha hai, not ripened. Namdev got angry. What are you talking? I talked to Vitthal Bhagavan directly, and you are telling me that I am not pakka. He went and complained to Vitthal. Bhagavan said, if Gora Kumbhar says she, that's what it is here. Even after studying Vedanta so many years, people get agitated, worried, anxious, little pain here and there, they are worried. The balance of mind goes. That is, then, what is that? He is not pakka. Nothing to do with Vedanta is not good, don't say. He has not gained that nishtha. So the Guru suggests, if you want to get out of the disturbances, you should practice nididhyasanam, meditation, for a long time and become a jnana nishtha. And after practicing nididhyasanam for a long time, he says, I am a jnana nishtha, which indicate that the mind is undisturbed at all the time. When he says, I am a jnana nishtha, it is the name of the pramata or sakshi. Pramata. Jnana nishtha belongs to the mind. And therefore still I am standing as a pramata, and I say I am a jnana nishtha. And once a person remains at jnana nishtha for some time, then alone he recognizes the fact that I should not claim that I am a jnana nishtha. When I am claiming I am a jnana nishtha, I am identifying with the mind. Therefore, until jnana nishtha comes, it helps him to disidentify from his mind also. So, until jnana nishtha comes, identification with the mind continues. Only when the jnana nishtha is strengthened, just like the ripe mango falls from the tree automatically, the jnana nishtha pramata is ripe pramata. That pramata falls as it were. Therefore, I don't claim that I am a jnana nishtha. I don't claim I am a Jivan Mukta Purusha. Okay? When you say I am a Jivan Mukta Purusha, who is telling that? Brahman cannot say, I am a Jnana Jivan Mukta Purusha. So they don't ask, so don't ask anybody, Swamiji, are you realized? You won't get an answer. They ask so many times, Gurudev. You never answer that. He said, if I say I am realized, what are you? How do you know? How do you check that? Then you say, I am bluffing. So none of the other qualification like jnani, etc. doesn't belong to me. And as Sakshi, when did I get liberated? As Sakshi, I never became liberated. I was, I am, and I even now ever will be. In fact, I never undertook this spiritual journey. I means Atma, Paramatma. Whole spiritual journey is what? A bluff, oh bluff. If you can laugh at it, you enjoy it. Our Gurudev used to give an example. A dhobi. Dhobi, you know. This dhobi used to take this mule. He had 4 mules. So, the back of the mule he has to put the, what you call, the cloths and take them. And it became very dark, and then he saw an ashram. He thought, today I will stay this night and next day morning I will go. Even I asked the Swami, okay, doesn't matter, you stay and make these mules, give some food and all that, and then let them lie down. And this man went, and he has to take out the rope. They themselves carry the rope and the peg also. He took out the rope and peg and put, bang that peg, and then asked this what you call mule, sit down. Sat down. Second one also. Third one also. Said the same thing. Fourth one he went, he didn't find the rope because somewhere it fell down on the way. Now, this man trying to make him sit down, he doesn't sit down. So he is looking at him, where is my rope? Where is my rope? So, then this, he went and asked the Swami there, so Swami, do you have any rope? So Swami said, we don't need rope. We don't hang ourselves. You don't need rope, so we don't have rope. Then he explained the problem. Then the Swami said, what you did for the other 3 more, you do the same thing. Same, what? No rope? Doesn't matter, you pretend there is a rope. So he, as though he is removing the rope from the neck, he tie him a lot, and then put the peg, making that peg. And then he said, this is what I was telling. The mule lie down. Next day morning, he went to remove the first 3 one, it was easy. The third one, there is no rope. He said, get up. He won't get up. Then again he went to the Swami. He said, what you did yesterday, same thing you do, as though you are moving it. Now this is what is happening to us, okay? Spiritual journey is a great bluff. From where? From the standpoint of Paramatma. Why? Because spiritual journey is also from the standpoint of Ahankara. Pramata only. As Sakshi, I was never Baddha, and therefore ever Mukta. In fact, you should become a Jnananishta to disown Jnananishta. Until then you cannot, okay? Because we are all the time functioning from the standpoint of ego. And then you say, I am already Jnananishta. No. Or Sakshi. Once I claim that I am Sakshi, then the next stage is claiming, really speaking, I am not Sakshi also. Because to claim that I am Sakshi means to claim that I am an illuminator. Once I claim that I am a Sakshi means to claim that I am an illuminator. I am indirectly indicating a relationship with the second thing. Once I know the illumined object is mithya, my illuminator status is also mithya. Why? Illumination becomes an action. Yes. When the dream money is mithya, the possession of dream money is also mithya. Therefore, the bank balance also mithya. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says in the 96th verse, the consciousness does not illumine any objects. Previously, as Atma, I illumine the object, I used to say. Now I say I don't contact any object. So, ajeshu dharmeshu ajam jnanam asankrantam. So, this eternal consciousness, which is the nature of the eternal Atma, does not reach an object and illuminate. Because there is no second object. The second object is mithya. And sataha jnanam na kramate. Therefore, consciousness does not contact matter, because there is no matter as a second thing separate from consciousness. Clay doesn't contact pot. Water doesn't contact wave. Therefore, consciousness does not contact matter, because there is no matter as a second thing separate from consciousness. The clay cannot contact pot, okay, because there is no clay other than the pot. Water cannot contact wave. Satyam cannot contact mithya. You cannot contact your shadow. Can you? Therefore, I the Turiyam asangam kirtitam. I am relationless consciousness. I have no contact with anything. That is called real freedom. Okay. Continuing. Anumatrepi Vaidharme, 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 Jayamane Vipaschitaha, Asangata Sada Nasti, Kimuta Varanachutihi. Clear. And therefore, the assimilation of Mandukya involved the assimilation of the knowledge that I am Advaya Chaitanyam, non-dual consciousness. And only as long as I remain in Advaitam, I can be Muktaha. The moment I accept a second thing, then duality has come, time and space has come, mortality has come, insecurity has come, fear has come, samsara has come. All these are all chain of reaction. Dvijiyate bhayam bhavati. Brihadaranyaka. You can perceive a second thing, nothing wrong. But if you take that second thing as real, then alone limitation comes. A mithya second thing cannot create any problem. Like a bird in front of a mirror. Have you noticed that? Wow! They get so attached to it. They keep on pecking and it keep on pecking to make contact. That is called samsara. Or a dog in a mirror hall. Therefore, seeing a second thing as mithya will not create bhayam, if you know it is mithya. But satya dvitiya vastu will limit and cause fear. A ghost on the post. And not only that, raga and dvesha are going to come. Once you take it as real, means samsara. Therefore, Gaudapada Acharya wants anumatrepi vaidharmyaha. Vaidharmyaha jayamanaha. Jayamane. Even a little bit of duality come. Even udaramantaram kurute. Small little difference. A huge thing is not required. Is it not? Say, our Gurudev used to give an example. When the railway track, when they want to change the course of the train, small gap is there. With that, the whole train changes. So here also, small difference. That is enough. Why? A mosquito is enough to disturb your whole night, isn't it? Human being put all animals in a cage. But mosquito put human being in a mosquito net. Who is more powerful? So, anumatrepi vaidharme. A second thing different from me. That's enough. Anatma vastu. Even a dot of anatma vastu arrive in front of you as a real entity. Anatma vastu is there, is okay. Consider it is anatma is fine. But you take it as real. Avipaschitaha, for that person, that unintelligent person who has the worst vision of duality. So, avipaschit means aviveki purushaha. Who is this aviveki? Who sees a real duality, and for that deluded, confused person, asangata nasti. Asangatvam is gone. A relationship will be there either in the form of raga and dvesha. You keep on relating to an object for some time, you will develop sangha. Dhyayato vishayat pumsaha. So you are all coming here. You have attached to one particular seat, isn't it? Why? If somebody come and sit there, you are angry inside, but you can't say anything. So the whole class you will be suffering. Simple thing. So let's think about it. So avipachita, so aviveki purushaha. So asangata nasti, asangatvam is gone. A relationship will be there either in the form of raga and dvesha. You keep on relating to an object for some time, you will develop sangha. Mind has got powerful gum and it gets stuck in anything. What is that? Indian gum. That's American gum is you can at least peel off. Indian gum, my God, you can't take it out. Therefore, asangata gacchati. The status of asangatvam will go away, which means sangha will come. The moment sangha has come, duality has come. When duality has come, I have forgotten my turiyam status. Once this person has got attraction towards external object, the tragedy is he is kept busy. Duties after duties, no time for Vedanta. Kimuta avarana chutihi. How are they going to gain knowledge and drop the ignorance? The destruction of ignorance, avarana chutihi kibutaha. How is it going to take place? Kimuta avarana chutihi. Continuing. Alabdha varana sarve dharma prakriti nirmalaha adau buddhas tatha mukta buddhyante iti nayakaha. In the previous verse, it is said that people are associated with the Dvitiya Vastu, and therefore they are not able to remove the covering. And Avaranam is covering the Surupam, the Turiya Chaitanyam. So in the previous verse, it is said that the people are not able to remove the Ajnana covering, which conceal the turiyam. That means there is something which is covering the turiyam. Means there are two things again. Duality. Yodavadacharya anticipate this question. No doubt we accept the anadi ajnanam, but that ajnanam also not as real as the turiyam. If turiyam and ajnanam, both of them enjoy the same reality, then only there are two things. Imagine both are real. Can you imagine the consequence? If ajnanam is removed, the turiyam also get destroyed, because real ajnanam is subject to destruction, then real turiyam also will be subject to destruction. So, to avoid the problem, you say the real turiyam is not subject to destruction, then the real ajnanam also will not be subject to destruction. Therefore, between turiyam and ajnanam, one is removable and the other is non-removable. So one should be satyam and the other is mithya, and whatever is mithya is non-existent. Therefore, it cannot be counted along with satyam. Sarve dharmaha, all jivas are free from ajnanam. Alabdha avaranaha, from the paramarthika drishti. Therefore, the ajnanam we talk about is vyavaharika drishti. Mithya ajnanam. Therefore, prakriti nirmalaha, free from even maya contamination. Turiyam is not contaminated even by maya or ajnanam, because from turiyam standpoint, maya is as good as non-existent. From the standpoint of sun, clouds doesn't exist. And therefore, from the turiyam standpoint, adau buddhaha, every jivatma is evident all the time, swayam prakasha rupaha, uncovered by anything. The so-called covering is only a seeming covering. It also seeming removal. Therefore, adau buddhaha means right from the beginning, jivatma is free from ignorance. Therefore, tatha muktaha, from the angle of real swarupam, everyone is free from the beginning itself. Born free. Not born again. Born free. What about knowledge, freedom, moksha? We talk about. They are all figurative expression. That the Atma was ignorant is a figurative expression, and the ignorance went away is also a figurative expression. Because of the ignorance, there was a bondage is also a figurative expression. Now the bondage is gone is also a figurative expression. Only from empirical angle, jnanam, bandha, moksha, all from empirical angle. That's why in Nirvana Shatkam, Bhagavan said, na bandha, na moksha, na mata, na pita, na guru. Therefore he says, nayakaha, the wise people, figuratively says, buddhyante, that seeker gains knowledge and liberation. All these statements are figurative. Like what? Snake on the rope. There was no snake at all. Now don't connect that to Kundalini and all that, okay? Example is, Kundalini is different. Okay, continuing. Kramato nahi buddhasya jnanam dharmeshu nayinaha. Okay. Dharmeshu nayinaha. Taina, okay, always continuous, ever is, okay, taina. Dharmeshu, my book is printing mistake. Sarve dharmas tatha jnanam naitat buddhena bhashitam kramato Kramate nahi buddhasya. Oh, kramate it is. No, kramato is written here. So many mistakes. Kramate nahi buddhasya jnanam dharmeshu tayinaha. There is nothing at all which is objectified by the consciousness. There is no second material duality objectified by the consciousness. Buddhasya, wise man, tayinaha, who is all-pervading. The one who has understood that I am the all-pervading reality. Jnanam nakramate, consciousness does not contact any object. Dharmaha, object. Now he has understood that there is no matter separate from consciousness. Even Ajnani's consciousness also doesn't come in contact with any object. Jnani knows that there is no object different from me. But that Jnani doesn't know. This is the difference. Nakramate, never contact dharmeshu, any material object. And sarve dharmaha tatha. This is true with regard to all the jivas. Dharma shabda is used. Dharma shabda here means jivas, okay? Not duties and all that. Whether they are jnani or ajnani jivas, their nature is turiya chaitanyam. You know, you don't know, doesn't matter. Their nature is Turiya Chaitanyam only. And Gaudapadacharya concludes his summary by making an observation. Etat jnanam, this teaching, buddhe na bhashitam. This is not a Buddhistic teaching. It is a Vedantic teaching. So he was blamed as a Prachanna Buddha and all that, Gaudapadacharya. Because in Buddhism also this world is negated. In Vedanta also the world is negated. Because of this common feature, many people think that Vedanta is a version of Buddhism. Buddhism came much later, okay? Also, many thought that Gaudapadacharya and Shankaracharya were Prachanna Bauddhaha, masked Buddhist. Therefore, Gaudapada want to make it clear. Buddhism does not accept Veda Pramanam, whereas Vedanta is based on Veda Pramanam. So don't get mixed up. Etat, this teaching is given out by Mandukya Upanishad. It is not Gaudamadacharya's thought, okay? Okay, last verse. Durdarshamati gambhiram ajam samyam visharadam buddhva padamananatvam namaskurmo yatha balam. So he started the 4th chapter with a prayer. Now he concludes this chapter with a prayer. I am offering my namaskaram to Brahman. How can you do that? He himself all the time talking about I am Brahman, I am Brahman. Now he says I am offering my namaskaram to Brahman. That is from standpoint of Vyavahara, yes, ego, again, we have to assert ego. But knowing that ego is doing is okay. Padam namaskurma, the real goal of life, which is the Turiya Padam, we are offering namaskaram. It is durdarsham, cannot be comprehended as an object of knowledge. That is why Turiyam aham asmi. That is why Ramana Maharshi also says, Sat pratyaya kinnu vihaya santam hrityesha chinta rahito hridakhyah katham smaramastohamekam tasya smriti tasya tridhaiva nishtha. That's a beautiful verse. So, how can I remember you, Lord? Katham smarami. Why? Because to remember, I have to exist Sat. And that existence is you. Without you being there, even remembrance is not possible. So how can I offer my prayers without you? Atigambhiram, extremely subtle and deep for a gross mind. Because gross mind wants to objectify things. Because when I objectify an atom, you wonder, how can I see an atom with a microscope? Whatever I introduce you to try to conceive or experience or objectify is the natural orientation. Such a mind, listen to Vedanta, he will say, I have understood Brahman, but I have not yet experienced it. Ajam, birthless, eternal, samyam, Ajam, birthless, eternal. Samya means uniform. Visharadam, ever pure. Not polluted like space. Padamanatvam. Ananatvam. Free from plurality. Advitiyam, non-dual. That Brahman Namaskurma, salutation. We are offering Namaskara to that Turiyam. Now, how can you do Namaskara to that Turiyam? Because Namaskara requires objectification. Therefore, Turiya Namaskara is only in the form of Turiya Jnanam. Jnanam eva Namaskaraha. That is why it is called Jnana Yajna. Puja in the form of wisdom. Therefore, he says, Buddha, through understanding, we are doing Namaskara. So, the real Namaskara to Turiyam is real understanding of Turiyam. In the real understanding of Turiyam, what happened? Ego disappears. Then the next question is, if doing Namaskara is in the form of knowing Turiyam, there also knowing is an activity, involves duality. There Shankaracharya says, knowing the Turiyam means that claiming the fact that I am the Turiyam. Therefore, Buddha means Atmatvena Buddha. Claiming without objectification. Actual Namaskara is not possible. That Namaskara is not possible is the wisdom. Therefore, listening to the scriptures also like doing puja. Here the fire is not physical fire, but the fire is Jnana Agni. The oblations are Vishwa, Taijasa, Pratnya. But offering all of them when I claim I am the Turiya, then it is the real Namaskara. That is why our temples are called Alaya, means where the individuality is dissolved in Turiyam. Yatha balam, according to our capacity. With this, we have concluded the 4th chapter of Mandukya Upanishad. So, I never knew I am so great. So, I do Namaskara to myself. Yatha Shakti, without objectifying. And Shankaracharya in his commentary also does Namaskara to Lord and Parama Guru and his own Guru. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punaha Satchidananda rupoham ahamevaham avyaha. Asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punah punaha Satchidananda Rupoham Ahamevaham Avyaha. Very clear, no? I don't have to explain. Now you're all expert. Sangoham, Sangoham. Thank you very much for listening. 1 year. The whole exact 1 year, she says. She is a record keeper there. Huh? சரியா? I'm vyavaharikan thane. So read the first verse or yes. Okay. Harihi Om Om ityetadaksharamidam sarvam tasyopavyakyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyatiti sarvamomkara eva Echanyat trikalatītam tatapyomkara eva. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Now, when are we taking the next text?
Next Thursday. Which is the next Thursday. So, Swamiji, this Thursday, Chutti. Next Tuesday is the inception movie in the ashram. Thursday, Dakshinamurti. Inception.
She said this is Mandukya.
No, Swamiji. No. We can relate to Mandukya, Swamiji. What is next Tuesday? Is the movie in the ashram. You want to watch a movie with Swamiji. Called Inception.
Talk about the green layers. Yeah. Layers of green sauce. Yeah. Yes. So it will, because the 2.5 minutes, will start at 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Radhika. Thank you, Neelam.